Hello, how are you today? I hope you liked the last video where I spoke about the top 5 mistakes that brands make with KPIs. I think it's one of the best videos that I've shared so far, so if you missed it, you will find the link in the description. Today I don't want to talk about mistakes anymore, and we want to get some very positive vibe. So let's talk about the best 3 KPIs that you need to use if you really want to make your organization customer-centric. Before we start, just one thing. Remember that you have to connect these KPIs to the on-target earnings, OTE, of your employees, because that would help them focus on these important metrics. On the contrary, if you evaluate the performance of your sales director only on revenues, he will not care much of other, more customer-centric KPIs. Amongst the customer-centric metrics, the most important and representative is customer lifetime value. It's also called CLV and measures how much profit your customers will generate during their relationship with your brand. It shows how healthy your customer base is and how likely is your company to grow in the future. This metric is so important in a customer-centric culture because it's deeply connected to the key concept of customer centricity, which is building relationships that last long. We could say that CLV measures how good is your relationship expertise, and therefore it's absolutely the first metric that you need to create. For those who want to learn how to calculate this metric, I added a link in the description. The second essential KPI is customer satisfaction, also called CSAT. Many brands are moving away from NPS, and I would say they do it wisely. And at the same time, they are adopting customer satisfaction. But what is it? The most common form of CSAT is the star rating, like the one that you find on Google, Amazon Reviews, or TripAdvisor. It's a very simple metric, that's why customers love it. At the same time, it gives you a clear view of how customers like the experience with your brand, its products and services. This scale usually goes from 1 to 5. But be careful because the satisfaction level is not linear. This means that if you on average score from 1 to 3.5, you'll have very unhappy customers. If it's between 3.5 and 3.9, they would be somewhat satisfied. Between 4 and 4.4, you would have a very good score. But only if you hit between 4.4 and 4.8, you would have very satisfied customers. Be aware that scores of 4.9 and 5 are usually considered unrealistic by your future customers. Therefore, even if you reach these numbers, you would hardly see any change in revenue. The last KPI is also crucial to determine the health of your business. We are talking about churn rate. Customer churn rate reveals how many of your customers have stopped using your products or services. Generally, the churn rate represents the percentage of lost customers within a specified period of time. It can also be expressed in monetary value, representing the amount of revenue lost due to the loss of your customers. Following the customer churn rate is also critical because usually it is much cheaper to retain existing customers than to acquire new ones. And it's a clear representation of the health of your relationship. So my top 3 customer-centric KPIs are customer lifetime value, customer satisfaction, and churn rate. You may argue that some other metrics are equally important in customer-centric organizations, and I may agree with you. But this is my top 3. Let me know your top 3 by leaving a comment below. For now, thank you so much for watching and see you soon.